poison game. I don't know what's going on. So if you ever go to Cobra Tate, the Twitter account, that's Andrew Tate's Twitter, and he's basically like today he kind of came out a little bit alarming, where he basically was saying that he's feeling a little weird. Now this is prefaced by him saying previously that if anything ever happens to him, they're gonna try to take him out in a couple of ways. One, they're gonna try to silence him, which is platform already have. Second is they're going to try to incarcerate him, which already did happen. And then the next thing he said, if those things don't work, they're gonna try to kill him. And he came out and
Crane,
I'm trying to see if I could.
First of all, you did great out there. From now on, if you need something, come see me. And to start with, here's a UV flashlight and a remote control. You run up on a volatile, give him a face full of UV, or lead him into a trap which you can trigger with that remote. You got it?
Got it.
I've deleted it. However, people had.
Now for the bad news.
And
despite your efforts, Brecken's mission failed.
Shit, is he okay?
He's alive, but you need to get back to the tower. Jade called all the scouts in, and that means you.
Yo, my face is swollen, my blood pressure is through the roof, my skin's on fire, it's hard to breathe. So with a severe reaction, it's some either sort of severe reaction or like poison. Show the picture out of his face. I know that, I rock with Andrew Tate. Don't know what's going on with the investigation or the rumors that they're saying that the investigation is coming. But he seems like a guy who's been a positive influence.
Crane here.
Report.
I'm about to have a meeting with the tower's leader.
Acknowledged. Confirm his identity and contact us immediately.
People like him, because the entire youth population is kind of like, I won't say the entire, a lot of men are looking up to him for guidance, encouragement, and for him to restore what masculinity is, at least in them. So again, very important guy in the psyche and the influence that he has on men. But anytime you get people like that, they become problematic for usually governments or the state.
Brecken's mission failed. Jade called a meeting in the tower. It's my opportunity to finally meet with Brecken and confirm his identity.
Have for those people when one guy has that control. So again, when he names all those things about getting deplatformed, getting locked up, or possibly getting killed, is because those are the things that you would do to someone who has more influence than the things that you would normally see with influence. So let me pray for Andrew Tate. Shit, I didn't even think he was.
Good job out there, 31. I mean,
arrest.
Crane, right?
I would say though he is taunted a bit like that. He'd be like, yo, I don't think I'm gonna lock up again. Like, you gotta chill.
Crane.
We haven't heard him speak since then.
Listen, Brecken and a team of runners went after an airdrop last night. He lost the rest of his team to biters, and then Rise's men ambushed him, beat him to a pulp, and stole the drop. Now Brecken wants to go after the next drop himself, but we can't let him, and you've got to back me up, okay?
That was tweeting whether he was locked up or not. So
you can't even walk straight. We need you alive, you idiot.
Okay, we're going in. Act confident. Brecken? Lena?
Fuck no.
Maybe you can get through to him.
Listen. I know this little passport bros movement.
Who's your friend?
Listen,
Kyle Crane.
What's the case? Come to me.
Look, Brecken, the last thing we need is for you to go back out there. We can figure out another way without jeopardizing you.
You get what I mean?
Crane?
Like,
I'll go. I'll do it.
Right? Yes. Crane will go. He'll be happy to.
Just money everywhere and just jet skis and fucking yachts.
Jesus. No offense, friend, but you're as green as grass. You can't just...
Crane will manage.
Like, they don't
He'll
let
start in the right
fly
spot.
where they live at.
And Lena's
A lot of
right.
these
You need
people
to be
wanna
here
go
taking
live
care
and
of the
do
towers,
whatever they want
convincing
to do.
them the world's not over
The
yet.
most free place in the world is the United States of America. So
Maybe
again, if you want to
one more try before we go to
Rise. The most free that you can do whatever you want to do. And
Okay,
you don't
fine.
Fall within some type of structure or rule or ordinance. You better
Good
come
luck,
to
Crane.
America. I ain't gonna tell your ass to go to no Dubai. Everybody be acting like you go to Dubai, you always see
Jade,
bad bitches in bikinis.
a moment.
I think,
Sure.
like some parts of Dubai, these chicks can't.
Head for the
just
cauldron. I'll be in
fucking
touch
naked.
shortly.
Like that's not a thing. Like I'm not too sure if they got like Sharia law, but Bro, like, people thinking like Dubai is like a perfect
Look,
fucking place. Yeah,
there's something else
tourist
we need to
in, say,
discuss.
one little section.
Brecken was hurt pretty bad out there. Worse than he wants people to
That's
know.
all I'm trying to
He
say.
took a blow to the head. Now he's starting to
Plus,
have
Americans do
seizures,
if you're upper
and I
class or
don't
above.
have any
Hey,
Loritrax.
that's not even
Yeah,
my
I
point.
doubt
My
anyone
thing is
does.
that, like, if you wanna have
Anti-seizure
bullshit,
drugs were being passed
yo,
out
I
like
can say
candy when the
Americans
infection first started.
apply the-
And the stores ran out weeks ago.
want and
Yes,
desire
that's
and feel
right.
entitled to.
How do you know that?
Places
Look,
like
what do you need me to
whether
do,
it's
Lena?
Philippines, you
There's
go
a man in
to
town named Ghazi. He's not altogether
or you go
there,
to, like,
if you know what I mean.
many places
His
in Europe.
mother had epilepsy,
You're not
so
entitled
he
to
used to
shit.
pick up medicine for her
All
each
of
month.
the
She
demanding
died
and
2
arrogance
years
that we have
ago.
as Americans
But Ghazi
don't
kept
translate
going to
to
the
us
store
because
to pick up her prescription.
you're not old.
He likes his
What, you
routine,
take it for granted.
and
That's
Ghazi
what I'm
can
saying,
be
that I don't
very
care what
insistent.
political
So,
affiliation
they
you
kept
are,
giving it to
how rich
him.
or poor
You think he's been
are.
stockpiling it all this time?
That's just
If he hasn't,
But you
I don't know where else
Anyway.
we're going to get it from.
pray for
Ghazi lives
Mr. Tate.
under the overpass. And don't mention his mother's death. He won't understand.
He's a one-man death squad.
Do you really believe that he's immortal?
With most of the runners out of action, Brecken wants the scouts to take their place. That means me. We're supposed to.
All right. Oh, yeah. I'll play this new Vlad clip. It's a new Vlad clip where T.I. is talking about what happened. No, Boosie's talking about what happened with T.I. Let's see what he said. He's finally addressing what happened. Here we go. Remember he called T.I. rat?
All right, here we go.
About to get-
Boosie, welcome back to Vlad TV. After a very explosive last interview, a whole lot happened. To no surprise. So we got to talk about that first. Okay, so let's get into it. Our last interview,
Crane here.
Report.
I brought up
Tower boss is named Brecken, and he's definitely not your man. The other likely suspect is this warlord, basically. Local guy. Calls himself Rise. He's hoarding antizin and then gouging the hell out of anybody who wants to buy some.
Before you
I'm
and
on
I
a
did
mission to
this
get
interview,
antizin from the airdrop.
did you and I talk
If I don't
about the
succeed, they'll
situation?
have to come up with something else.
No.
Acknowleded.
I had no
Good
idea
job,
what your
Crane.
answer was
You're
going to
doing
be.
well. Stay on task.
I didn't
and
cut
we'll
out
be
any
in touch.
footage.
Be sure to call us
This
immediately
was
if and when
really
you
kind of a
get that
surprise in terms of how you're. I mean, it's not a surprise, but it was a surprise because I really didn't know how you were going to answer it. So when I brought up the question and said, "Hey, are you aware of this interview?" You said yes, and I said, "Okay, is the joint album still on?" And you said, "Absolutely not."
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating, that means you're a rat.
And that created shockwaves through the whole hip-hop industry and so forth. Now, after the dust settled a little bit, from what I understand, you and T.I. got
We're like two bosses of hell. First of all, you know, like, we got kids who love each other. First you went agreeing, we was going back and forth. And you know, he spoke how he felt, I spoke how I felt. And he felt me and I felt him. And I gave him an apology.
You apologize.
Yeah, I gave him an apology, you know, because after we kept going back and forth, you know, like, you know, the things he was doing for me in my life at the time, you know, I kind of felt bad. I kind of felt bad. He was, you know, he was doing some real shit, helping me in a lot of ways.
3/4 of all airdrops fall in the cauldron.
I still told him I stand on what I
You have the
stand.
best chance of getting to that drop
And,
before Rice is meant
when
to.
he explained it to me, we got by it.
Jade, I'm getting close to the drop zone.
Like I said, like you said,
Find some shelter and wait. Most of the drops seem to fall exactly in that
just seeing
area.
what the world gonna say, so you know.
And there's a crate. It looks intact. I'll check out what's inside.
Like boss is supposed to get by. We ain't let the internet. We ain't let none of that bring us out of character. You know?
Very interesting. I love Boosie, but I think Boosie's world is coming to crash down around him, and I think he has to be very careful because a lot of times, you know, Boosie is the guy. He's the people's champion. But Boosie, who's very opinionated, who stand on something, there's a lot of people who's in that woke Twitter world. They claim to stand on something.
Fucking hell. Hope I don't end up like this poor bastard.
Who stand on something. Those people become the biggest hypocrites because you realize they stand on something when it's easy to stand on it, and then they're malleable when it's otherwise. Like for example, you know, I think Boosie been calling out, you know, said whatever about higher weight and whatever the case is, and like how Gabrielle Union and they way wanted to be a parent. Then we see that shit hit home, and then you know he had to kind of, that was a new experience for him. He had to kind of adjust and kind of realize that maybe how forceful he was with those opinions may have not been the best thing, but also here, you know, like Boosie's tweeted out after hearing that somebody snitched that he says they should die. Like, you know what I mean? He's somebody who said guys who beat up 6ix9ine, they should get a goddamn GoFundMe for them because like snitch getting beat up is a great thing. And his disdain and dislike for his snitches, pretty much he's been saying that there is no wiggle room around that. You know what I mean? You know, obviously when it comes to Brian, Birdman's brother, Gangsta Williams or whatever his name is, he said that guy is a cooperator.
Damn it, nothing here.
I don't want to really hear no nuance to what snitching is because it's strict. But I'm hearing nuance. I'm hearing him saying,
did you see that?
Yeah, 2 drops.
You know what?
They landed elsewhere, unfortunately, but you're not that far away. Get to those crates before anyone else does.
This and third. Now, even though I'm very clear and very honest, he did say afterwards, well, he explained the snitching stuff to me, which if you know the whole situation, T.I. later came out to say, no, I was joking. Like, that never really happened like that, right? So he's saying he accepted that, but I'm going to be honest with you, like, if you hear how he leads with this, he basically said, yo, this is my friend, man. This is my friend. Like, yo, and to be honest, he did some shit for me. And honestly, what I would say to Boosie is, like, for everybody you call a snitch or everybody you wish ill will on who may have cooperated, or every time you stand vocally on something like, oh, this guy is a teller or a truth teller or whatever, that person was probably nice to somebody else. Like, Gunner probably did some great things around you. They probably don't feel like how you feel. So maybe you should understand their side of things when you're campaigning or you're saying that they should. You know what I mean? I think, was it free Pluto? Pluto come in here, only gonna do zero. I'll let him out. I'll bring Pluto in. I'll bring Pluto in. He gonna start. He big too. Pluto like 110 of 20 pounds. Okay, so again, I'm glad that, you know,
Jade Rice's man got here first.
Okay, don't try to fight them. Just find the second one. Look for the smoke from the flare. The crate should be close by.
However, it becomes a conflict. You're telling me to say the same things about yourself. The same things about people who help you. The same things about you. Again, you probably turn not to your actions because you know the character, right? Again, it's what it is. You motherfucker! Got a Pluto out? I'll let him out. That's fucking get hurt. It's over when I say it's over. You can't kill us all.
now.
See his motherfucker right here?
Jade, I'm almost there. I can do this.
We just got an electric fence, so like. I can't trust people. These dogs, boy, my killer man. Big Pluto. Dad, nah, man. This nigga here, hits me crazy. It's all good. I'm gonna let him chill, you know. I just kind of wanna. Alright, I'm gonna try to work. You know, I gotta hit these topics, my boy. Yeah, I gotta hit these topics. Alright, cool. He's like a big fucking baby. Love him. What breed is Pluto? He's a German Rottweiler. He's a working dog. Feel me? 1 year size. And 120 pounds now. Apparently, like, his max weight's gonna be like 1. His max weight is gonna be, what's your max weight? 140? I think he's hit his max height. He's big as fuck. Feel me? Jay Storm, what up? Jack Harlow didn't drop it, did he? Oh, Jack Harlow did drop. It's midnight. Okay, you wanna chill? I gotta talk about that. Okay, so anyway,
Win a trip for 2 to Miami Beach, including air and hotel for the U.S. Army Salute Fest, the most amazing Memorial Day weekend ever. The U.S. Army Salute Fest is a one-of-a-kind event. Don't miss some of the hottest
Crane here. I'm about to recover an antizin drop.
U.S. Army technology, the spectacular
Good, Crane. This offers us a new strategy. Time to turn your attention to Rise. Listen closely. It's very possible that Rise is our man. So if you find an airdrop containing antizin, destroy it.
What? What? Why?
It will force interaction with Rise. You can go under Brecken's auspices as an ambassador, if you will.
But there are civilians depending on this stuff.
Our plan is focused on the greater good. Remember that.
we all watched the King Von. We watched the King Von rap first single. His head.
Jade, I'm at the airdrop. There's no antizin here.
Done? Fuck! All right. Get back here and be careful. The nightmares are awake. Don't let them see you.
Oh, shit. They must have heard me.
Blah, you're the one inciting issues. So the person who makes the documentary.
Things are bad.
About why
very
he did this
bad.
documentary, and you're gonna hear some crazy things. Here we go.
For holding this and you, Dave.
I made it in one piece. Now I know how Brecken must have felt running at night. It is no picnic.
I've always been a huge fan of Von's music. You know, I'm just a random dude in England, a million miles away from Chicago. But this guy's music impacted me, you know. His songs were pushed to me through YouTube, Spotify. You know, there was a time when I'd never heard of King Von.